from further cementing Philippine-U.S. relations by having a bilateral meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris during the sidelines of the APEC Summit. The president also engaged in activities that will boost the country's interests in many fields. The chief executive again underscored the importance of maintaining peace and order in the region to create an environment conducive to economic growth, not only for APEC members but for other nations as well. Alan Francisco has the full story.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and United States Vice President Kamala Harris met on the sidelines of the APEC Summit as confirmed by Malacanang today. In a statement from the office of Vice President Kamala Harris, it was mentioned that her conversation with President Marcos is part of strengthening the alliance between the Philippines and the United States. The two officials also discussed steps to deepen security ties and expand commercial and economic cooperation. According to the statement from Harris' office, emphasis was given to their commitment to uphold international rules, including those related to the South China Sea. Aside from the U.S. official, President Marcos also spoke at the APEC CEO Summit, highlighting the APEC's capability to create peace through a robust economic foundation that can prevent any misunderstandings.
To ensure that our economies develop in a manner that is resilient, sustainable, and mitigates negative externalities. These are of paramount importance because we can only be as strong as the weakest members of our economies, of our societies. Regardless of how much progress we make in these halls, if such does not translate to a better quality of life about resiliency for all, we will remain derailed by even the most subtle of shocks and insecurities that are beyond our control.
President Marcos also mentioned at the Philippine Economic Briefing in front of investors the Maharlika Investment Fund, citing 80 potential infrastructure projects the fund could finance. In the briefing, he explained why investors should put their money in the country.
The aspiration is to transform the economy so that we are well positioned to take advantage of new technologies and also to be able to face the challenges such as climate change.
Several agreements were signed, witnessed by President Marcos, including the launch of the first ever satellites for the Philippines to strengthen connectivity in remote areas called Agila. This following the Astranis and Orbit's collaboration deal through the launch of micro-geo satellites. Two companies will invest in internet satellites, a program that is expected to create a $400 million investment in the next 8 years. There was also a memorandum of agreement signed between the DOST and an artificial intelligence meteorology company to develop a high-resolution weather forecasting system for the country using AI technology. The president also witnessed the signing of an agreement to promote quality cancer treatment and care in the country, a $20 million venture between a Filipino laboratory and a US-based pharmaceutical company to boost local drug production. Meralco and Ultra-Safe Nuclear Cooperation will collaborate on a pre-feasibility study on micro-modular reactors to explore clean and sustainable energy. President Marcos assured executives from the Semiconductor Industry Association in the United States that the government agencies and the private sector are ready to collaborate with the American Association if it plans to invest or expand in the Philippines.
We assure you of this administration's support to keep industrial peace, provide a world-class workforce that is responsive to the needs of the industry, and enhance business environment that will be conducive to further growth.
Alan Francisco, for The Nation, San Francisco, California.